Hey, welcome back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech as we get ready for Oredigger basketball as Montana Tech hosting Carroll College. Game 2 of our doubleheader. The Montana Tech ladies getting a huge win earlier today, and the men are on the floor warming up, JT.
I'm anxious for this one. This is always a war. These two teams aren't the friendliest of neighbors. Well, I love to listen to Carroll people, then listen to Montana Tech people. And I'm a Western graduate, so I suck it all in, and it's fun. This Carroll team is really young, and they lost a lot of players. Not a lot, but a few players. Got a new coach, and so they're a little less experienced than this Montana Tech squad that's used to winning the conference absolutely in the last 3 years and the conference tournament. So it's a tough den for them to walk into here today.
Yeah, I agree. This Saints team obviously battling this year, new head coach, a lot of new faces, but they're certainly playing hard. You know, the one thing that really jumps off the page for this Carroll team, and we certainly were there not too many years ago with Coach Adam Hyatt, is their starting five are real strong. You know, they have a great starting five, but they lose some depth real quickly once they start going into their benches. This Carroll team averaging 82 points a game across the board this year, and 64 of those 82 are coming from their starting five. So coming into today, they're only averaging about 18 points a game off their bench, and we all know how this conference is. You're just not going to, it's going to be real hard to keep your head above water only getting 18 points a game off your bench.
Yeah, and that has been the recruiting style for Montana Tech. They've gone to players that are able to fill in and be great role players, and as the year progresses, whether a JC transfer or a freshman incoming, he builds them up along during the season, and they get better and better and better. They have had for the last 4 years the best bench in the Frontier Conference.
Yes. And we're getting ready for the start of this one. Montana Tech taking on Carroll College for this Orediggers team. Let's talk about them out of the gate. They come into this ball game and get ready to take on this Carroll team. What do you like about this Tech team as they get Frontier Conference play officially underway?
Well, what we just kind of talked about, I love the depth that this team has, and I love the defense they play. This guy is exquisite at teaching defensive basketball, and everybody buys into what he's teaching. You know, you have a team when some kids don't really buy in, and that hurts you. Everybody on that bench over there, starters and role players, they buy into what's going on, and they do exactly what they're told, because no player likes bench time, and he's not afraid to put them there.
No, he is not even remotely. No. As we get ready for our starters here, let's take a look at the Carroll men's starters first. As you take a look at your screen, that's who I assume are going to be the starting five for Carroll. They have been for quite some time. As you run down through there, you look at some of the key figures here. You have Isaiah Crane. Crane averaging 17 points a game. He is their leading scorer on the year right now. James Lang will also be on the floor. He's a hard driving right-handed guy. He'll be down in the block. Lang averaging about 15 points a game. You have Isaac Round at 11 points a game. Then Isaiah Moore at 10 points. And Derek Kramer, the big 6'9" forward, averaging just under 12 points a game for Carroll College.
So Carroll College can shoot the basketball, and that is great. A great matchup.
So that's a look at the starting five. We'll and actually, of course, I am completely wrong in what I thought was going to be, is we're going to see Josiah Charisma getting a starting nod. He will be on the floor. He's a young man from out of Missoula. He is averaging 6 points a game here on the season, about 19 minutes a game playing time for the Saints as well.
Yeah, I'd like to be in the locker room. I'm always curious why coaches change their starting lineup, and I understand there's a reason for it, but I always want to know why, because I'm kind of nosy.
Boy, and actually quite a different lineup than we were expecting. So, like I say, we'll see as we get rolling here. Let's take a look at the Montana Tech side of things here. The Montana Tech starters on your screen. You know them just as well as I do. You've got Keely Bake and Braden Cook playing your guard positions coming in. Hayden Decons, Birdie will be flying to the rack, along with Fanye Okeke, and Big Mike will be down on the block. Michael Ure, the senior leader, down in the paint for Montana Tech.
I think Tech definitely has the size advantage in this one. I'm always interested to see if their post player is going to be able to come and guard Michael Ure on the perimeter because he's a great three-point shooter, but he also has that great first step to get to the bucket. So I'm always interested in that matchup against this Montana Tech team.
As I look over to the Carroll bench, it feels like they're a couple guys short. I don't know. We'll have to see where we're at here. Like I say, I went through the starters, leading up to this point, and in the offseason, if you will, or in the preseason, and then I got the potential starters from our coaching staff, and boy, we do not mesh at all. So we'll see what happens.
Well, some sick kids, might be injuries, might be trouble, who knows.
So Montana Tech starting 5 coming out. And we are ready to roll here. Again, thanks for joining us on a Saturday afternoon as we get ready for our TDS tip-off. Ladies and gentlemen, the TDS tip-off will get us started here today as Montana Tech hosting Carroll College. Ball goes in the air, and we're rolling. Ifeanyi Okeke will tip it back. And we are underway. Montana Tech into the offensive zone. Diggs here on the near side. Cook to Okeke. He's going to square up and fire. Okeke's shot no good. Back the other way come the Saints. Into the offensive zone, Isaiah Crane. Crane moves it up top as he goes there to Round. Round, left side, Crane. Crane flashing up top is James Lang. Lang gets it just outside the arc. Lang with the left hand drives into the high post. Pulls up, fires, and gets it. Nice looking shot.
Yeah, nice shot. Nice jump stop. Cause separation.
So back the other way, Montana Tech, Braden Cook. Cook through the double team, feeds it to Hayden Decons, and Decons will put it up and in.
Braden Cook can do it all.
Carroll College, 4 wide. Now they'll feed it into the high post. Carroll College, the big, that's Kramer there standing on the right elbow. Kramer looking at the back line. Instead hands it off to Round. Cross-court pass almost tipped away. Firing a deep 3, it's up and in for James Lang. Nice stroke that time by Lang. Carroll College leading 5-2 here in the opening moments. Tech 4 wide. Michael Ure to Braden Cook. Cook triple teamed. Ure over to Keely Bake. He'll step left, fires the 3 and gets it. Keely Bake ties us up at 5.
Good start. Both teams shooting the ball well.
So into the offensive side. Nice take, but that one we're going to get a whistle. And a Hayden Decons flying through is going to get the goaltend on that bad boy. Saints leading 7-5. As I look over, Isaiah Moore is in sweats. There's 3 players in sweats for Carroll, and one of their normal starters in sweats currently. Montana Tech. Michael Ure up top. Hands it off to Decons. Decons with the left hand. Attacks, puts it up over his head and gets it.
Yeah, he's a tough matchup. He can jump. He got size. He got quickness.
Decons averaging 11 a game. He shoots nearly 60% from the floor. Nice cut down on the inside. Shot blocked. Cook. Underneath, that one's going to be booted. Braden Cook gets a piece of that shot.
You have to have a lot of trust in your players when you got a starter over there in the jumpsuit.
The inbound, shot no good. Offensive rebound on the putback for Charisma. So Charisma puts it down. Montana Tech trailing by 2 into the offensive side. Okeke to Cook. Cook to Michael Ure. 3-point shot, in and out, no good. Defensive rebound by Kramer. Kramer outlet to Crane. Crane, nice step through, shot blocked, whistle and a foul.
Carroll being real aggressive getting to the basket. I can see now why they average 80-plus points a game.
Yeah, 82 is what they come in averaging. Isaiah Crane, the redshirt freshman, when the Saints were here earlier in the year playing part of the tournament, was impressed with him. Body control, great shots. Isaiah Crane knocks down the first. And he'll get ready for his second here. Crane. Gets that one up and in. So Crane goes 2 of 2 from the line. He averages 17 a game. He is the leading scorer for the Saints. Braden Cook feeds it down inside to Decons. Quaresma on him defensively. Decons bounce pass to the edge. 3 ball is up and short. Rebound tipped. Carroll College the other way.
Good box out by Carroll.
Quaresma here on the near side. Up top, deep. 3 is on the way, won't go. And that's going to go out of play and be Montana Tech basketball. 16:48 left to play here in this first half. Saints leading by 4. And the Digs will inbound here. Pressure, full court pressure applied. Full court man here as Braden Cook will look to bring it down. Cook into the offensive side. Pass in the corner to Decons. Decons with a floater. Shot doesn't go, but he will shoot 2.
Yeah, if you don't take the baseline away from him, you're in a tough situation.
4-point lead here for the Saints. And again, thanks for joining us. Saints come in 5-10 overall, 0-2 in Frontier Conference play. Montana Tech 13-2 overall, 1-1 in conference play. Decons knocks down the first. Hayden, 58% from the foul line on the year. Our game today brought to us by Intermountain Healthcare. Second is up, back of the rim, no good. Carroll fighting for the rebound, and Michael Ure comes out with it somehow to Braden Cook. That one's going to go long. Rebound by the Saints.
Saints doing a great job on the defensive boards.
Out rebounding Montana Tech. 6-3 right now. Good ball movement down on the block. Carroll College, Kramer trying to get position, gets it up and gets it in. So Kramer, the junior out of Bellevue, Washington, rolls it in. Saints by 5. Montana Tech with the basketball in the offensive zone. Decons to Ure. Ure left side, OKK. OKK to the edge. Back in, Fee has it. Ball knocked out, Kramer's gonna get the foul. Got a piece of him that time, so Kramer will pick up the personal. That is his first. Substitutions for Tech. Looks like we'll get a change at the guard, as Kulonjis will check in, and Levi Torgerson. I'm still pushing for the Torgy and Kulonjis buddy cop movie. Lob will go all the way deep, no one there, and it will be taken the other way. OKK will swat it out.
He got him. He doesn't want the call, but he got him with his body.
Nice job by James Lang getting down the floor for the Saints. So OKK will pick up the personal. That's his second. So I assume that will bring him out here, as it looks like Carson Peffer will check in.
Tech is always in the top 5 in turnover ratio, and that's uncommon what they just did, give him a breakaway.
Yeah, very much so. At the foul line, the first is up and good for James Lang. So the Saints up 14-8. Peffer checks in. You know, on the women's side, we talked about those players that really have stepped up big now that we're in the conference. On the men's side, Peffer is one of those. Peffer has played awfully well the last couple games.
Good point.
James Lang goes 2 of 2. Carroll College grabs a 7-point lead. Saints shooting 63% from the floor. They're 4 of 4 from the foul line. And a block call in the back, going to go on Lang. So Lang will pick up his first personal. Montana Tech will inbound. Levi Torgerson. Torgy spins back to his right side. Looking for a little bit of help. Defensively reaching in, taking it away is De La Cruz. Now taken away by Torgerson. Down the floor, knocked out of play.
I'll tell you what, Carroll's really ramping up the defense. Their guards are doing a great job pressuring Tech's guards.
Carroll really has started this ball game looking strong, both offensively and defensively. They lead by 7. Torgerson Behind the back is going to drive. Falls to the ground, throws it up, looking for a whistle. Carroll College the other way. Good ball movement into the corner, now to the wing. Three-point shot is up and out, no good. Huge rebound, Quaresma. And now coming out with it is Peffer. Tech down by 7. Hayden Deacon steps through, attacks. Nothing there, gets his own rebound to the putback.
Boy, both teams want to get it up and down.
Boy. 5-point lead here for the Saints. Carroll College. Isaiah Crane out near midcourt, setting tempo right now. Keeley Bake, Rhett Reynolds getting ready to check in. Good ball fake up top, floater through the paint, no good. Huge rebound inside, Michael Ure. Ure wrestles it down, here comes Torgy the other way. Kulonjis inside to Peffer. Peffer, Quaresma putting body to him. Peffer, ball knocked away from him for a minute, moves it out to Kulonjis. Kulonjis attacks, he gets hammered, and a late whistle.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to shoot. I think that was on the floor. Yep.
So non-shooting foul. Saints lead by 5.
When you Carroll and Tech play, you need no motivation from your coaching staff. It's self-instilled.
0.
Love how hard these two teams play.
Tech looking to bring it in. And a foul up top. Looks like Quaresma's going to get it.
He was holding. He wouldn't let Bake go through the screen.
14:22 left to play here in the first half. Game day brought to us by Intermountain Health. Saints leading 15-10. The Saints shooting 46% from the floor. Tech at 44%. Kulonjis.
3 fouls on Quaresma.
Out to Bake, and Bake knocks it down. Quaresma has 3 personal fouls. That's huge.
That is huge.
De La Cruz controlling out wide left. I was very impressed by him when he was playing here in the tournament earlier in the year. De La Cruz, I should say, with the right hand high off the glass and in. He is incredibly fast. Look at the footwork. Near side, Peffer. Out to Hayden Decons. Peffer spins in the paint, kicks it out on the left side. Ball fake. Driving through the lane, up with the right hand. Kulonjis rolls it in.
That was great patience.
Saints lead is 2, 17-15. Carroll College across the timeline. Into the ball game for Carroll is Kellen Harrison, young man out of Bozeman. Harrison here near side. Peffer on him defensively. De La Cruz down in the block it goes. Cross court, 3 ball is up, no good. Rebound tipped, Hayden Decons clears it out, he'll push the pace. Birdie down the floor, nice pass to Reynolds. Now out to the corner. Peffer spins, Peffer to Reynolds. Kulonjis now directing traffic. Ball comes out, taken away Harrison. Harrison gonna go coast to coast, puts it up over the top, and Decons grabs the rebound. Kulonjis, he's gonna take it. Josh takes it to the rack and gets it. Tied up 17 all. De La Cruz into the offensive side. Lawrence De La Cruz, a junior out of Manitoba, played at Central Wyoming. Hayden Decons gets another steal. Decons will get hammered.
That should be intentional.
And it looks like that is going to be the case here.
Grabbed him around the waist.
12:21 left to play here in the first half. And we're going to get a timeout, and the officials are going to chat. Our score is 17 all, 12:21 left to play here in this first half. Montana Tech and Carroll College are tied up. We'll take a break. We're back here right after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Christopher Stanger, and my specialty is adult hip and knee reconstructive surgery. I chose this specialty because it helps patients achieve their maximum functioning potential here in Butte, Montana. I'd like to ask the patient how their problem is impacting them, what their desires are, so that they can return back to their levels of activity. I can help patients achieve their maximum functioning potentials and, in turn, help them with their pain.
Back here once again after the timeout. We are tied up 17-all. 12:21 left to play here in this first half. Thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher. As we are rolling through this first half, Carroll College came out, tremendous energy out of the gate, really buckled down defensively. They were converting on the offensive side. Now it looks like Montana Tech getting far more comfortable on both sides of the floor.
Yeah, both teams got to slow down a little bit, run their offense when they don't have a direct break to the back bucket. They're in too big a hurry to get off a shot, and I don't think they're getting good rebounding position. But both teams want to push it now and play hard, and they both are playing extremely hard.
12:21 left to play here in the first half. Tech shooting 59% from the floor. Carroll College at 43%. Leading scorers, Hayden Decons has 7 for Montana Tech. He also has 3 rebounds and a steal. On the other side for Carroll College, Lang has 7. He's 2 of 2 from the floor, including 2 3-pointers. So Lang the leading scorer here. And it looks like we're going to replay. They are going to go look at the foul, it would appear.
Got to check that out. I thought he had him around the waist and pulled him to the floor, but it happened so quick. I was wrong once in my lifetime.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you remember was it a Tuesday?
It was. That was the day I met you.
That is the worst mistake of your life. 17-all. Again, the officials looking at our replay. We're going to get another look at it here. Our replay system is using our stream footage. We've got 3 different cameras that they're able to eyeball down there on the floor. Replay has to be one as a coach that is really touchy, because at times you probably really love it. And at times you're just like, the idea of it probably might take too much time of the game, or give us your, I guess, how do you feel towards replay?
Let me tell you about replay. They'll get it right. That's what I like about replay. That was a play that I diagnosed, you diagnosed, the refs diagnosed, and all of us might be wrong. And the reality is that replay helps you get it right, and that's only fair between both teams.
17-all our score. Again, game day brought to us by Intermountain Healthcare. We thank them for helping out here today. And I guess another update, remember next Saturday, the Montana Tech teams will be at home next Saturday, as the University of Providence will be in town. The Argos will be in town taking on Montana Tech. The women at 2, the men will follow at 4, and we'll have those for you here on Digger Vision.
Yeah, they called it intentional.
So it is an intentional. Intentional foul?
Absolutely.
So it was an intentional. And at the foul line, Hayden Decons shooting 2. First one is up and money.
Now you want to know a coaching trick? Unless they know it was him that got fouled, I'm my best free throw shooter to the line. And a lot of times referees don't pick up on that.
Especially if you take a lot of time.
Call it cheating, call it what you want. I call it trying to get some points to win.
Call it cheating, call it whatever you will. John Thatcher, ladies and gentlemen.
They don't play this physical not to win.
Exactly. Montana Tech will inbound inside.
Got him.
Rhett Reynolds was the intended target. We're going to get a quick whistle. And it's going to be a hold call. That's going to go on Isaiah Crane.
There's going to be a long half. They're in the 1-on-1 already.
So that will put Montana Tech at the foul line. And if they are as successful as the women's team was from the foul line.
Yeah, they had a big day, didn't they?
Boy, 18-20 from the foul line to win that one earlier today. Rhett Reynolds, front half of the bonus, no good. Carroll College with the rebound, back the other way. Tech leading by 2, 19-17. Guzalocic into the ball game for Carroll College. He sets up in the high post, heavily, has a huge brace on his right knee. Pass comes out to Crane.
Good defense up by Tech.
Swap man-to-man on that side. Crane switch dribble. Ball comes out loose. Crane trying to get on top of it. Peffer ties him up. And now we'll get a jump ball call. Possession arrow will go to the Saints.
There's that Montana Tech perimeter defense. That's why they're ranked so high in the rankings. They just play defense so well.
So Carroll will hold on to possession, but only 2 seconds on the shot clock.
I want 43 from Carroll on my team. I want him setting screens for me.
And it's going to be an offensive.
And he pushed him.
So Guzalocic will be called with the push, and that will go to Montana Tech. No argument out of him as he went down the floor, you might notice as well.
That was real clean.
Montana Tech, full court pressure. Rhett Reynolds gets the inbound. He'll kick it across. Here comes Trapp. Tech into the offensive zone.
You are not going to trap Keely Bake.
You are not. Peffer around a screen. Feeds it on the inside into the ball game for Montana Tech. Looking at Connor Machad, the freshman. No look pass intercepted. The other way goes Isaiah Crane. He'll move it across to De La Cruz. His shot no good. Crane comes out with it. Crane triple teamed almost. Now it comes across to De La Cruz. Carroll College 4 wide. Guzalocic moves into the high post to set a screen. Crane to the baseline. Trying to wrap around, moves it up top. Shot clock at 2. 3-point attempt, no good. Nice job that time, Montana Tech in transition. Into the offensive side comes Machad. He'll hand it off to Peffer. Peffer made that rebound possible. Peffer through the double team. Great pass to Machad, and Machad will finish. Boy, his progression, I can't say enough about it. I mean, he is going to be a force here over the next several years.
Yeah, he plays great with his back to the basket, and he starts to clear out on the perimeter.
Far left, Harrison drives, floater to the rack is up and out, no good, but a whistle underneath as Rhett Reynolds went to the ground. Again, thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. Game day brought to us by Intermountain Health. They have been handing out a whole bunch of swag out in the entry. Hats and scarves and candy, most importantly.
I didn't get one.
Well, then go get one. I believe when you showed them the size of your head and the size of hat needed, I believe there was a lot of laughing.
That's a great point to take up. That is.
Harrison at the line for his second, and he gets it. Again, Harrison, the young man out of Bozeman. He is one of 3 Montana players on the Carroll roster. Harrison out of Bozeman, Charisma out of Missoula, and Luke Frampton out of Whitefish. Montana Tech, Michael Ewer to Keely Bake. Ewer with it. He'll hand it off. Pass comes here on the near side, knocked out by De La Cruz. So 3 Montana players for Carroll College. Montana Tech, we'll give you their numbers here as far as number of Montana kids here in a moment. Up top, 3-point shot, Keely Bake. Wide left, tipped by Ewer. Carroll comes out with it. Saints quickly in transition. Taking it right to the rack is James Lang.
That was a great take.
And we're going to get a whistle and a stoppage. Carroll player was in that scrum under the basket, and whether he caught a hand or an elbow or something up in the nose area, he stunned him, it looked like, for a minute.
Non-contact sport.
Yep, exactly. Isaac Round will go out and get looked at by the trainer for a moment. Aiden McGarvin will check in. Aiden McGarvin out of Eagle, Idaho. Montana Tech down the floor. We're tied up 21-all here in the first half. We're at the midway point of the first. Montana Tech 4 wide. Nice pass inside to Decons. Decons with the head fake and the finish.
Toughest player on Tech to guard is Decons.
100%. 11 points for Hayden Decons. He is the leading scorer on the floor. He's 4 of 5 from the floor. He comes in averaging, shooting about 60% from the floor. Nice take through the paint, goes up, no good. Peffer with the rebound. He'll clear out to Keely Bake, and Bake down the floor. Bake coming off a nice night on Thursday where he had 15. Cook inside to Ewer. You're up to Peffer. Peffer fires. No good. Defensive rebound by Derek Kramer. Carroll still out rebounding Montana Tech. They have 2 more total rebounds than the Digs. Backdoor cut. Hayden Decons punches it out into the stands. De La Cruz is so insanely fast.
He is really quick. I love his quickness.
Yeah,
Those are
so
the kind of guards that drive the other one crazy. He's one of the few people I've seen match up with Keely Bake and make him have a hard time bringing it down the court.
Yeah, he has that kind of quickness that we just don't see in the Frontier Conference very often, to be honest. I want to say Providence has had that kind of quickness in a couple players through the years. Western has. I felt like Brown was that fast down to Dillon.
Brown was fast.
Round out on the left side. Quaresma to Isaiah Crane. Crane in the high post. Pull-up jumper is no good. Huge rebound, Braden Cook. Down the floor right side. Peffer on the baseline. Spins up top. Michael Ure is wide open. Back of the iron, no. It's knocked clean. Carroll College comes out with it. Round has it. Round. Into the corner it goes. Carroll moves it around the arc. Far left wing, Crane. Crane looking in. Pass goes to Kramer, and we're going to get a whistle and a foul. So the Digs leading 23-21. And Carroll College will inbound on their offensive side. Michael Ure's first personal foul. Team foul number 4 on the Digs. They'll lob it out left side to Kramer. Kramer. Pass up top. And throws it to the corner. Quaresma not home. That's going to be a turnover to Montana Tech.
Backdoor was there. Quaresma made the correct cut. The ball handler did not make the correct read.
Montana Tech leading 23-21. Carroll brings full court man pressure once again. As Coulanges brings it across the mid-court line. Isaiah Crane out there defensively. And off to Braden Cook. Cook into the high post to Hayden Decons. Now into Michael Ure. Ure double teamed, fighting, moves it up top to Cook. Cook steps in, fires the jumper, and gets it. Braden Cook gets his first basket of the afternoon. Montana Tech goes up by 4, 25-21. Carroll College shooting 37% from the floor. Nice drive, good ball movement to Quaresma. 3 ball, no good. Rebound tipped, Hayden Decons gets it. That is his 4th rebound today. Cross court, Braden Cook pulls, fires, and gets it.
Great break. Great break.
Tremendous vision and an outstanding shot by Braden Cook. Montana Tech goes up by 7. 28-21 our score. 7:05 left to play in the first half. We're back here to the Hyper, ladies and gentlemen, right after this.
Even when you have to weather the storm, even when the unexpected happens, even when the local environment slows things down, we will get you what you need when you need it. We are committed to getting you back in the seat, back to work, back to what matters. At Torgerson's Equipment, we know what matters most: community, family, working every day to make your day more productive.
Back here to Kelvin Sampson Court, the Great Western Hyper. Orediggers basketball brought to us by Intermountain Health here on a Saturday afternoon. And Montana Tech pulls off another one of their stealth runs. They do this more than anybody a team I've been around, where, you know, you look 1 minute and it's tied. It'll be like 13-all, and then you look again and Tech's up by 7 or 9 or 12. They just jump out so fast.
Well, they certainly have in the last minute or so, and one of the things that creates all this is their defense. And they're doing a great job of rebounding the basketball and getting the outlet up, and they're gone right now.
7:05 left to play here in this first half. Montana Tech leads 28-21 as they come back out on the floor. Tech shooting 58% from the floor. They're 3 of 10 from the three-point line.
So, Paul, you're a coach. Why are they shooting? Why are you letting them shoot threes?
Well, it is somewhat their MO. Carroll College, good feed to the basket. High off the glass and in. Nice take by Isaiah Crane.
Nice reverse layup.
He's another one of those guys that feels like they hang midair for a long time.
He did on that one, didn't he?
Montana Tech, Michael Ure. Moves it off. Peffer gets it back. Peffer spins, going with the right hand, puts it up, puts it in. Carson Peffer, a nice take.
Turns that back to the basket all the time.
So Carson Peffer rolls it in. Carroll College back the other way, trailing by 7. Just inside the arc, James Lang, he fires. That one's short. Coulon just comes out with it. He'll move it down the floor to Peffer. Peffer, little stutter step outside the arc, wants the baseline. Moves it up top to Michael Ure. Big collision, now out to the wing. Three-point shot is up and in. Braden Cook.
And coach wanted the foul, which there was one. Should have got it because he hit a three.
Ooh, Peffer got a technical.
Must have said something to an official. They don't talk to you very much.
Yeah, so Peffer picks up gets the technical. If you could run over to our replay and find out why, that'd be great.
My guess is that he saw Ure get grabbed around the neck, which he did, then gave up the pass, and I think he probably made a response to a referee, and they'll just tell you, my job's to officiate, why don't you play, son?
James Lang gets them both. James Lang is smooth. Richard Jr. out of Portland.
Yeah, he's a nice player.
Lang right now, leading scorer for the Saints, 10 points. He's 3 of 4 from the floor, 1 of 2 from downtown. 9-point lead for Montana Tech. Carroll College gets possession after the technical as well. So it could be a 4 or 5-point swing here. Isaiah Crane, nice feed on the inside. Shot won't go. Loose, picked up by Carroll. That's Kramer. Kramer's pass intercepted. Tech 3-on-2, but getting back defensively.
It got him.
And that's the case. Coulon just going to be called with the offensive.
Good defense. I don't know which Carroll player drew that charge, but he did a good job of staying at home.
33-24, Montana Tech with the lead. Looks like we're going to get a substitution here as Guzalocic will check in for the Saints.
That guy is a load, man. He should be a football player too, shouldn't he?
No joke.
Wow.
And I'm not sure where he was. He came running through the doors.
He was on the bike back there.
Oh, was he? Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Trying to keep that knee limber, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Carroll College, far left side, Isaiah Round. I was hoping it was more adventurous than that, I'm not going to lie. Lang, nice pass into Guzalocic.
Yeah.
That's a block call on Decons.
He was down in the circle. Bucket's no good. Controversial play. The crowd's letting them know they're not happy with it.
5:22 left to play here in the first half. Hayden Decons picks up the personal foul. And Guzalocic will go to the foul line. Boy, again, you look at that. He is wearing some hardware on his right knee.
Yeah.
I can't tell if it's like purple tape or if his knee is that color.
Yeah. It's got to be taped, doesn't it?
I hope so. Because if his knee is that color, we already know he's 100 times stronger than I am, but my goodness.
And both of us combined.
His second comes up short, rebound out of bounds, Tech basketball. 33-25, the Digs with the lead and the ball here. Getting some motion, pass comes into Coulonges. Harrison will stay back on him. Josh Coulonges around a screen here on the near side. Wants to go back to his right. Switch dribble into the paint. Nice feed inside to Okeke. Fee puts it down once. Trying to find some space in there with Guzalocic, and he gets it in.
Found a way. Nice little jump hook over the top.
Okeke gets his first field goal. It's only his second shot here tonight. Tech leads by 10. Tech is shooting 64% so far. Carroll College Far left side, that's Lang. Or excuse me, Isaac Round it is. Down to Crane. Crane in the paint. Through the middle, pulls up, and it rolls out somehow. It's halfway down. Montana Tech by 10. Diggs into the offensive side. Michael Ure ties his shoe and now will join us in the offensive zone. Mike, left side, OKK. He'll step into the elbow, now through the paint. Out to Decons. Decons attacks, whistle, and a foul as Isaiah Moore got a piece of him.
Yeah, you can't give that guy the baseline. He's got to be pushed over the top, and he's left-handed, and he's good that way too, but he is really strong going baseline.
10-point lead for the Digs. Again, Montana Tech shooting 64%. Carroll at 33%. Hayden Decons at the line. He is 3 of 4 from the free throw line today. His first here rattles out no good. So obviously we need to get the guys in with the women during free throw shooting drills.
Yeah, we're going to have to get coaching staff to work on them.
I'll bring that up to Coach Hyatt. I'm sure he'll be very receptive to that to that suggestion.
Most head coaches are receptive.
An 11-point lead for the Digs. Remember, Carroll College led by 7 early, 5 minutes into the ball game. Bounce pass, no one home. They wanted the backdoor cut to De La Cruz.
And they're right, they had it. He just did not. He was going to set a screen.
An 11-point lead for Montana Tech.
Well, they're bringing the big guy clear up. That's a lot of running with a bad knee.
Little man pressure. Levi Torgerson back in. De La Cruz on him defensively. Torgerson hands it off to Decons. Decons to Coulanges. Josh Coulanges, switch dribble in the paint. Moves it here on the near side, OKK. OKK down on the block. Ball comes out, loose. Carroll College going to come away with it.
Good defensive hustle.
Now stolen. Hayden Decons gets the steal, 4 on 3. Bounce pass to OKK, a little tight. Comes here on the near side, Coulanges. Coulanges takes it through the middle, right-handed, no good. Carroll College with the rebound. Carroll College across the timeline. Backdoor cut, floater is up, and long, no good. Rhett Reynolds falls down and is able to maintain.
Outstanding backdoor cut. No way he was going to score from that close to the baseline.
3 minutes left to play here in the first half. Montana Tech leading by 11. Diggs with the basketball. Fanye Okeke near side. Torgerson. Torgerson. Decon's going to fire. Hayden's front of the iron won't go. Guzalocic will come down with a rebound. And the Saints, 4 wide, 1 on the high post is Round. He'll get it. Round will now back out. Round hands it off, driving the lane. Shot blocked, Rhett Reynolds. Hello.
Outstanding block at the rim.
Rhett Reynolds goes up big and swats that one away. Carroll will keep possession in their offensive zone. Carroll inbound underneath. Crane out to the wing. Crane lost the handle on it in the paint. Nice feed across. Shot no. And tipped out. Montana Tech basketball.
You're a great stop at the rim.
Diggs back into the offensive side. 3-point shot. Keeley Bake. No good. Carroll grabs it quickly in transition. Montana Tech by 11. Carroll shooting 27% from the floor right now. Diggs up by 11. Carroll up top. They'll move it here on the near side to Lang. Lang to Round. Round down in the block. It goes to Kramer. De La Cruz gets tripped up. And we'll get a whistle and a foul. Levi Torgerson will be called with it.
Levi did not like the call.
So Torgu will get hit with a trip.
Tech's doing an outstanding job of creating problems for their offense. They're just doing everything correct on defense, and it's real difficult to get to the rim. They're having great rim protection again today.
Lawrence De La Cruz, free throw attempt is up and good. Take a look at De La Cruz number-wise. He comes in averaging about 6 points a game, playing about 17 minutes a game. Second free throw attempt, no good. Montana Tech the other way. Keeley Bake across the timeline. Tech by 10. Bake out near midcourt. Near side. Levi Torgerson. Torgerson feeds it on the inside to Michael Ure. Ure bounce pass tipped and taken away. Carroll College in transition. Cross midcourt. Torgerson almost got a piece of that pass. Carroll running 4 wide. Some baseline cutters. De La Cruz gets it. Kramer now to Lang. Montana Tech not giving them any daylight here. Big collision. And Michael Ure is going to be called to the foul. Derek Kramer leaned into him and went to the rack, and Michael Ure will pick up his second personal foul. Carson Pfeffer will check in. Hayden Decons is back in. Tech leading 36-26. First free throw attempt is up and good for Derek Kramer. Kramer, 4 points on the day. And he'll get the ball for his third free throw attempts of the afternoon. Second is up and good. So Kramer with 4 points, Montana Tech with the basketball. They lead by 8 with under a minute left to play. OKK has a lane. OKK right to the rack.
He saw that from midcourt.
OKK takes it home. De La Cruz to Quaresma. Lang now on the far left side. Drug his pivot foot.
Coach Hyatt helped make the call over there. It's interesting. It's interesting to watch coaches.
Just
he was calling it right away before the ref blew the whistle.
10-point lead for the Digs, and we're going to get a timeout with 35 seconds left to play here in the first half. As Montana Tech leads by 10, it looks like it's it's going to be a short timeout, so we'll go ahead and keep it here. 10-point lead for Montana Tech, 38-28 over the Saints. Carroll College shooting 30% from the floor right now. Montana Tech at 59% shooting. Other numbers currently, Montana Tech, both turnover numbers actually pretty high. Carroll has 8, Montana Tech with 8 turnovers here approaching halftime.
Yeah, that's not like normal Montana Tech team, and the emphasis Coach Hyde puts on that, it's amazing. What Montana Tech is, they've totally, you're talking about a team that's averaging 82 points a game, and Tech has disrupted their offense. They're playing such strong perimeter defense, and even the entry into the post is difficult.
Montana Tech will inbound here after the timeout. OKK and Bake in the backfield, or backcourt. Hello. Keeley Bake, cross midcourt. Goes to his right, now top of the horn, right side, Hayden Decons. Decons back to Keeley Bake. Keeley Bake. Near side, Braden Cook back to Keeley. About a 4-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Bake, Decons. Now to Keeley, back to Hayden. Hayden's going to fire the three, no good. Pfeffer is there for the rebound, and he's not going to get it up in time. Shot clock violation. So a shot clock violation will go to the Saints here with 3.9 seconds left to play in the first half.
They can get to the free throw line with 2 or 3 dribbles. If I'm Tech, I'm picking them up, making them go back and get the ball.
4.5 seconds left to play here in this first half. Montana Tech going to come with full court. Make them get the ball all the way down. And the pass comes into Kramer. Kramer gets it around, taken away Torgerson. Torgerson fires right off the front of the rim. Levi Torgerson got the steal and almost got the points. 38-28, Montana Tech leading by 10. Frontier Conference action here on Digger Vision. We'll take a break, ladies and gentlemen. We're back here to Kelvin Sampson Court right after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Christopher Stanger, and my specialty is adult hip and knee reconstructive surgery. I chose this specialty because it helps patients achieve their maximum functioning potential here in Butte, Montana. I like to ask the patient how their problem is impacting them, what their desires are, so that they can return back to their levels of activity. I can help patients achieve their maximum functioning potentials and, in turn, help them with their pain.
Even when you have to weather the storm, even when the unexpected happens, even when the local environment slows things down, we will get you what you need when you need it. We are committed to getting you back in the seat, back to work, back to what matters. At Torgerson's Equipment, we know what matters most: community, family, working every day to make your day more productive.
We are at the half. Montana Tech leading Carroll College 38-28 as, again, we're at the half here on the campus of Montana Tech. Just a great rivalry here with Montana Tech and the Saints of Carroll College. Tech up by 10. They just took the air out of the ball. I mean, it's amazing how they just grabbed momentum and just did not let it go as this thing continued on.
Yeah, and Carroll's struggling with their shooting because of the tough perimeter defense that's taking place. And I think when they come out the next half, they've got to get their post up to the mid post instead of down on the block and run some offense through him. They're trying everything with penetration, and they're getting it, but the shots they've taken are follow-away jumpers or bad angles. So they've got to correct some of the stuff that they're doing on offense, and I think they've got to operate through the post to have some effectiveness.
38-28 our score. Once again, game day brought to us by Intermountain Healthcare. We thank them for joining us here on this Saturday. And let's talk team numbers here right now. Carroll College shooting 30% from the floor, 14% from the three-point line. They were 11 of 14 from the free throw line for 79% there in that first half of play. 17 total rebounds for Carroll College, 6 of those offensive, bringing up 2 second chance points for Carroll College. Individually, they're led by Lang. Lang has 10 points on the day. He's 3 of 6 from the floor. Also, Kramer with 4. Crane has 4 points. Round, Charisma, Harrison each have 2. De La Cruz with 3. And Guzalocic has 1 point as he is 1 of 2 from the foul line for the Saints of Carroll College.
Yeah, well, I don't know if they're missing some firepower with the people that aren't playing here today or the people that didn't start, but when you're averaging 84 points a game, and you're kind of struggling with some bench guys here. They're not used to fulfilling this role. You got to find a way to create better offense than what is happening on the floor right now.
Let's take a look at the Montana Tech side of things, possibly, and see some team numbers here for the Digs right now as Montana Tech shooting 56% for the game thus far. They have not gone below 50%. They have been up in the high 50s, if not low 60s shooting percentage throughout the entirety of this first half.
Well, you know, anytime you play, Carroll College is playing really strong, get-after-them defense, and especially around that three-point line. And so Tech has been able to get a couple backdoor looks, and they're also getting penetration, getting close to the basket, and that's why their shooting percentage is so high. What are they shooting from the three-point line?
They are 29% from the three-point line.
Yeah, well, there it is.
There you go. They're 4 of 14 from downtown, 4 of 7 from the free throw line. Montana Tech, 18 total rebounds, only 3 offensive rebounds. They have 2 second chance points coming off of those 3 offensive boards. Let's see here, other individual numbers. Montana Tech right now led by Hayden Decons. 12 points on the day for Decons. He's 4 of 7 from the floor, 4 of 6 from the free throw line. He has 4 rebounds, 2 steals. Hayden Decons, 12 points as of right now for the Orediggers. Braden Cook has 8 points on 3 of 4 shooting. Keely Bake with 6 points. Ifanye Okeke with 4. Josh Kulanjas with 4. Connor Mashad and Carson Peffer, each with 2 for Montana Tech, as they lead by 10 at the break.
Yeah, that's good scoring, good balance, and they're doing the right things. Deacon's having a good game. He's a tough matchup for Carroll. You can see that as a coach up here, if you're scouting this game, that you got to figure out a way to defend Deacons.
A 10-point lead for Montana Tech as we are at the half. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at Kelvin Sampson Court, and Montana Tech leading by 10 here in Frontier Conference play. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll give you the scores of the other games. We haven't even looked at the men's scores yet. We'll run you through those here in just a moment. Stay close.
Hi, I'm Dr. Christopher Stanger, and my specialty is adult hip and knee reconstructive surgery. I chose this specialty because it helps patients achieve their maximum functioning potential here in Butte, Montana. I like to ask the patient how their problem is impacting them, what their desires are, so that they can return back to their levels of activity. I can help patients achieve their maximum functioning potentials and, in turn, help them with their pain.
Even when you have to weather the storm, even when the unexpected happens, even when the local environment slows things down, we will get you what you need when you need it. We are committed to getting you back in the seat, back to work, back to what matters. At Torgerson's Equipment, we know what matters most: community, family, working every day to make your day more productive.
Back here once again, Megan Benton is at midcourt, ladies and gentlemen. Megan Benton, a senior on our volleyball program. She has our Dig City 30 seconds. So she has 30 seconds to make a layup.
Layup, free throw, three-pointer, and then you got to go to midcourt. That's not fair. That's too much.
So Megan Benton makes the layup. So she'll go to the free throw line. Megan Benton,
put it in. Oh, she's got a shot.
Oh, boy, she's got to take her time here, Megan. Let's go. Let's go.
It's not enough time. It's not fair. I'm going to sue.
Megan Benton. Oh, come on, Megan. Got to go quicker, Megan.
I know she moves faster than that on the volleyball court.
Oh, and she doesn't get the free throw down. Megan Benton, ladies and gentlemen, our Dig City. Yeah. Chance at $5,000 from Dig City. Megan Benton, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Well, guess we'll have to try and give that money to somebody else.
Let me get the shot at it. I don't think I can make a layup anymore.
All right, real quickly, before we get into anything else, let's look at the other scores here right now. At the half, Providence and Western are tied 28 all at the half. Okay, that's on the men's side. And then Rocky Mountain College is leading Northern 49-42. And that one's already almost midway through the second. They're cruising in Havre.
Yeah, I think Havre's down a little bit this year. We had their game the other night, and I told you that they don't have a post presence to help you dominate basketball.
Yeah. So as of right now, Rocky leading Northern, Providence and Western are tied in Frontier Conference play. The standings in the Frontier Conference look like this. Rocky Mountain College and Western's men are both 2-0 in conference. Rocky is 13-2 overall. Western is 11-5 overall. Montana Tech and Providence are both 1-1. The Orediggers are 13-2. Of course, the Orediggers number 6 in the country in the last poll. Rocky was receiving votes in the last poll. Providence is 7-8 overall, but 1-1 in Frontier Conference play. Northern and Carroll both come in 0-2 in Frontier Conference play here on the season.
Yeah, the crazy Frontier Conference last year, it was totally different.
Boy, big time. A lot of new faces, a lot of different looks this year. And we'll see. Obviously, we have a very long Frontier Conference season ahead of us.
That we do.
As we get ready for the second half, JT, let's get things stacked up. Carroll College trailing by 10. What do you think they have to do to kind of get their foot in the door and to get the momentum back here in the second half?
Well, I think shot selection is really important to them. I think they've taken half a dozen poor shots, and it's caused them to be down by 10 here at halftime. The other thing is they've got to make some entries into the block and create some stuff out of that. They're not going there very much. And everything they're doing is with dribble penetration, and they have got to, and they're not, it's not working for them as nice as you'd like it to if you're the coach over there. Want me to go to Tech?
Let's go to the other side of the coin, brother.
All right. I thought Tech pushed the ball early, and then they kind of slowed it down a little bit, and I think that created their lead. I think they got to show a lot of patience on offense, and I think they have got to, and they do a good job of entering it. Into the block. Block to me is the key of basketball. When you're a great team, you have got to punish the other team. You got to break the defense down through the post, whether it be high post or low post. And the Tech does a pretty good job of that. I thought early in the game, when the game was tight, they were not running their stuff like they're capable of. I also like the pressure that Carroll's guards put on Tech guards.
Yep.
They are very good defenders, and they're quick, and quickness matches quickness, and so Carroll has taken advantage of that. But on the other side, Dykins has been the key for Montana Tech, and he's tough to guard one-on-one. They're not giving anybody, the defender, any help when he goes to the bucket. He's got to be stopped.
We are at the half. Montana Tech leading 38-28 over the Saints of Carroll College. Again, thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. And a quick reminder while we're chatting about it, remember, coming your way a week from today, next Saturday, the University of Providence will be here, the Argos. As the women will play at 2 o'clock, the men will follow at 4 o'clock, and we will have those for you here on Digger Vision. Thursday, Montana Tech will go on the road to Western, and then they'll be home Saturday for the University of Providence, which certainly something to look forward to a week from today.
I love the schedule. I hate that they play each other 3 times, but I like the schedule.
I'll be interested to see where it all shakes out next year. You know, the Frontier Conference is going to change so much. One of the hardest things in all of sports, in my opinion, to do is to schedule non-conference games as a Frontier Conference coach. And that's going to be almost a thing of the past. You'll have like 6 non-conference games you'll have to schedule or get to schedule, and that's it. Otherwise, the rest of your games will be, basically conference games. So I'm really excited to see what the future holds in all sports but to really, when it comes down to court sports for the Frontier Conference next year.
Well, I think it's a great change because you're not facing. I'll tell you what, it's hard to beat somebody 3 times. I don't care if they're on the bottom of the pack or on top of the pack. It is hard to beat somebody 3 times. It's going to give them a lot more leverage. They'll play each other twice and some of them once, and I like that idea.
Well, again, thanks for joining us as we make our way through a Saturday afternoon. Orediggers basketball here on Digger Vision. It's brought to us by Intermountain Healthcare here on this Saturday. And we certainly thank them as they've been here. They've been handing out a whole lot of swag. You still haven't gone out and gotten anything, have you?
You told me they don't have a hat to fit my head, so why would I waste my time to go out there?
JT, they're not handing out 4-person tents. I'm sorry.
But you did say candy, correct?
I believe so, yes.
I might steal some of that when I walk out the door if they're still there.
10-point lead for the Digs as we get ready here in the second half. Fanye Okeke will inbound here for the Digs in front of the bench below us. And we are rolling. Let's roll, gentlemen. Across the timeline, Keeley Bake to Hayden Decons. Decons to Cook, Braden Cook. Will get it off to Fee. They wanted the backdoor cut, well defended. Cook will get it. Cook, a little shake and bake to the baseline. Pump fake once. Gets it high off the glass, no good. Carroll College will grab the rebound, and back the other way we go.
Great rim protection by Carroll.
Saints, Quaresma. Moves it up top to Isaac Round. Round looking down on the interior. Comes up into the hands of Kramer. Now to Quaresma once again. Lang on the baseline, spins, backs it out. And we're going to get stepping out of bounds. Stepping out of bounds on the side over yonder. We continually talk about that. The amount of times we have seen players step out of bounds down towards those deep corners this year is crazy.
A lot.
Aiden Decons up to OKK. Montana Tech inside to Michael Ure. Ure with the right hand looking to find traction in there. It's stripped away and taken away. Nice D by the Saints. Here comes Lang the other way.
Too many dribbles. Do your power dribble and pass the ball if it's not there.
Quaresma to Lang. Now on the right side it goes out into the hands of Crane. They tried a little hip check. Nice job to Crane, and Crane will finish.
That's a great pass over the top, the guard.
Derek Kramer, little hip check to give him separation. Montana Tech leads by 8. Braden Cook to OKK. Out to Decons. Decons feeds it back in traffic, trying to find a spot. Puts it up, no good. And that's going to go out of bounds. That's going to be Carroll basketball.
There's nothing more frustrating in the game of basketball to pull up like Dykens did and do a finger roll and it comes up short. That is frustrating. And he showed it.
8-point lead for the Digs. Carroll College. Isaac Round feeds it into the high post for Kramer. Kramer wants to go to his left. Instead, feeds it inside to Lang. Follow-away jumper comes up and rolls out. Thought that one was going to find the bottom of the net, honestly. Cook's going to take it coast to coast. He gets it in the foul.
I think he got hit in the jaw, too.
Braden Cook goes down and stays down.
Maybe it's his shoulder. I thought he got hit in the jaw. It looked like it when he went up.
He's going to get up slowly.
Well, he just got knocked out by Sonny Liston, so he should get up slowly. That was an impact down there. He's a tough kid. God, he's been fun to watch over the years.
That he has. 10-point lead for the Digs, 40-30 over Carroll College. Braden Cook will go to the line shooting 1. He has 10 points. Aiden Decons has a dozen. He is the leading scorer on the floor. And Cook trying to add 1 to his total. Off the back of the rim, no good. Big rebound, Michael Ure. He's going to go right back at it. Comes up just short. That one's knocked out by Cook out of bounds. Carroll ball. Good hustle by Cook in the backcourt. Great awareness. So the Saints down the other way. 10-point lead for the Digs, 40-30 their score. Up top, Lang down the right side, spins through the paint, taking away Braden Cook. And Cook is fouled. Isaac Round wasn't going to give him the easy one. So Round will pick up the personal.
We got a war of words going on between two of these players. They got to calm down. You want to get booted, you want it technical, and more importantly, you don't want to have to go to the bench because you're jawing at each other.
So OKK will inbound here for the Digs. Montana Tech leading 40-30. Braden Cook, OKK. Now here on the near side it goes to Hayden Decons. Yor hits it off. Near side. Down in the corner once again to Michael Yor. Ball fake. Big Mike drives into the paint. Mike fights. Shot rolls in. Good take by Michael Yor.
Good take, because that was great defense.
That's his first field goal today. He's 1 of 4 from the floor. Fighting, shot blocked. Hayden Decons gets it, but it's taken back. Getting the steal and the points, Isaiah Crane.
Got to protect the ball till it clears.
Isaiah Crane gets the steal and the points. Crane has 6 points on the day. Again, he comes in averaging nearly 17 a contest for Carroll. Montana Tech's done a good job putting a cork on him a little bit. Keely Bake. Pump fake, leans in, floater is good. Down there in the land of the Giants, the little man goes up and gets 2.
Smart basketball player.
Michael Yor reaches in, draws the foul. Pleading his case. That's Mike's 3rd personal. So Carroll will inbound here. They'll move it around. Isaac Round to Lang. Back to Lang. He'll hand it off to Charisma. He'll square up and fire. He gets it in the foul. Chance at a 4-point play here for Charisma. Josiah Charisma, a sophomore out of Missoula. Montana Tech leads 44-35. Both teams looking for a little flow here in this second half. We haven't seen any yet.
No, I don't think there's been a great flow except for maybe a 5-minute period for Montana Tech by either team.
4-point play for Charisma. Trims the lead to 8. Montana Tech up 44-36. OKK to Keely Bake. And now Bake will set things up. Ball movement around here on the near side it goes. Keely Bake. The right hand trying to find a little opening. Decons, he finds a gap. Shot comes up short. Carroll the other way. Saints into the offensive zone. Driving, Crane shot high off the glass and in.
Crane's taking over Carroll's offense right now.
Good defense, honestly, that time as well.
Absolutely.
Not much to be done. Montana Tech. OKK down to Hayden Decons. Decons down the left side of the paint, puts on the brakes, double teamed. Gets it out to OKK. He'll put up a floater from 6 and gets it. OKK with 6 points on the day, and Montana Tech will call a timeout.
Yeah, I think this is a great timeout by Coach Hyde. I felt like Tech came out kind of flat. Got to have a little conversation with them about that.
15:22 left to play here in this ball game. Montana Tech leading 46-38. With a timeout, we'll take one. We're back here right after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Christopher Stanger, and my specialty is adult hip and knee reconstructive surgery. I chose this specialty because it helps patients achieve their maximum functioning potential here in Butte, Montana. I like to ask the patient how their problem is impacting them, what their desires are, so that they can return back to their levels of activity. I can help patients achieve their maximum functioning potentials and, in turn, help them with their pain.
$15:22 left to play in the ball game. Montana Tech up 46-38 over Carroll College. Frontier Conference action here from the Hyper. Montana Tech called a quick timeout. What's Coach Adam Hyatt chatting about in your opinion?
I felt that they came out flat. I didn't think they came out with the same intensity as they played the first half, and I think he recognized that. I'm thinking he did. And he's settling them down a little bit and getting them to go back to what they're doing. Carroll, on the other hand, came out and they've cut it down to 8 points, but they've got to expand this their offense a little bit. They're being a lot more patient on offense than they were with the first half, and they're getting some good looks at the bucket.
Hayden Deacon's leading scorer for Tech with 12. Braden Cook has 10. Keely Bake with 8. On the other side, Crane and Lang each have 10 for the Saints. Quaresma here on the near side. De La Cruz back to Quaresma. They'll go into the high post. Trying to find a spot. Hand off to Crane. Crane trying to find a gap. Crane attacks, gets it up off the glass, no good. Now we're going to get a whistle and a foul on the rebound.
Yeah, your head hold him. He doesn't think he did, but he did.
So Michael Ure will pick up the personal. And that's his 4th, I believe. Yeah, that's the case. So Michael Ure will pick up the personal.
You know, in this era, there's so much hand checking and so much body bumping. It's hard for an official to make some of these calls.
Carroll lobs it out as it goes to Kramer. Kramer to De La Cruz. He's going to square up and fire. Keely Bake blocked it.
I'm going to ask him if that's the first block of his career.
Keely Bake with the block. He's going to try and answer the other way. That's going to come up short. .46 left to play in the ball game. Montana Tech by 8. Tech looking for a call there on contact.
I thought he got his wrist.
And that will be Montana Tech ball. The inbound, Rhett Reynolds. Braden Cook now in the corner. Keely Bake. Bake trying to find something there. Rhett going to take it. Rhett with the right hand, no good. Tipped out all the way to the wing. Great job, OKK.
Keep it alive, coaches say. Keep the rebound alive.
OKK, great job. He'll get the lob pass. Double team coming. Feeds it inside to Deacons. He'll spin left and gets it. Hayden Deacons, 14 points.
OKK, great court awareness.
Carroll College trailing by 10. Isaiah Crane at midcourt going right. And a whistle and a foul. It's going to be an offensive on Derek Kramer. Kramer's going to pick up the personal.
Yeah, I think this game has been so physical. There's a lot of things going on that really shouldn't be happening, and I think the officials probably talked about that at halftime. They got to get on that stuff. That's when problems start.
OKK will bring it in. Levi Torgerson. Torgerson down the floor across midcourt. Pass goes left. As near side comes to Torgy. Torgy stops. OKK. Through the paint. OKK high off the glass. Too much on it. Carroll College clears it the other way. Tech by 10. Carroll in transition. On that far side is Round. Round, good pass. Three-point shot. No. Torgerson goes up and hauls in the rebound.
I like it.
Torgy into the offensive side. They'll lob it to OKK. Nice pass to Reynolds. Reynolds dunk won't go. Gets his own rebound. He's tied up. And a jump ball will favor the Saints, I do believe. So we're going to get a timeout on the floor, it would appear. 13:21 left to play here in the ball game. Montana Tech leads by 10 with a timeout. We'll take one. We're back here after.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jessica Reisig, an orthopedic surgeon here in Butte, Montana with specialty training in foot and ankle. I chose orthopedic surgery because I get to actively help my patients enjoy their lives. The human body in general is just really amazing. The way everything works as a unit, the way the bones, tendons, muscles all work to function and just make people move is something that I've always found incredibly fascinating. And there's nothing more rewarding than seeing a patient get better because of the work we did together.
Welcome back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech. Orediggers basketball on Digger Vision. Montana Tech up 48-38. Paul Panisco, the lovely and talented John Thatcher.
Specifically lovely.
Is that first?
In my mind.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right. 10-point lead here for the Digs.
Other than early in the game, Carroll has not had a real run of points. They're overdue for that. And I think that's the way you got to climb back in this. Texas playing such outstanding defense. They're making Carroll work for everything they get. Carroll's got to find a way.
Carroll into the offensive side. A 10-point lead for the Digs. Guzalosic up top. Down the right side of the paint. Wraparound pass goes in the corner to Quaresma. He's going to pull up and fire from 6, and he gets it. Good looking shot. OKK will bring it in. And Josh down the floor. Josh Kulonges, young man out of Trenton, New Jersey. One of 4 Orediggers that are outside of the state of Montana. Torgerson, OKK, now to Peffer. Peffer is going to fire. 3-point shot, no good. Lang with the rebound. Carroll the other way, down by 8. So Lang, pass down on the right wing to Harrison. Harrison up top, Quaresma. Quaresma here on the near side. They'll feed it inside. Guzalosic. Double team loose. Cutting through. Quaresma had the ball knocked away. Comes into the hands of Lang. Lang has a lane. He'll go to the glass and get it. Carroll cuts the lead to 6.
They're showing a lot more patient offensively. It's made a difference.
Kulonges to Torgi. Out to Peffer. Peffer for 3. No good. Carroll College.
I don't think that's Peffer's game. He missed 3 of those.
De La Cruz. Floater to the rack is no good. And the block call underneath on Rhett Reynolds.
I'd like to see that on replay. I don't know if he was on the circle down there or not, because that definitely was a head-on collision.
Second personal foul on Rhett Reynolds. And De La Cruz will go to the line here for Carroll College. Lawrence De La Cruz, junior out of Winnipeg, Manitoba.
I love it when the Canadians come south and play.
Agreed. I don't feel like we see it a whole lot over here, honestly.
We don't. Every once in a while, Northern will have one because they're right on the Canadian border.
De La Cruz second. So a 4-point lead. Montana Tech up 48-44. Carroll College keeping the pedal on the floor, looking to reel them in here. Montana Tech into the offensive zone. Keeley Bake to Peffer. Reynolds near side, Cook. Cook is 4 of 6 from the floor today. He'll feed it into Peffer, triple team nearly. And he'll track it down. Shot clock is at 6. Peffer, he's going to attack, and an offensive call. Peffer called with the offensive. That will bring him out, so KK will check in. 11:21 left to play here in the ball game. Carroll College chance to cut this to a 1-possession ball game.
Yeah, once again, their patience has got them back in this.
De La Cruz around a screen to Harrison. Harrison out to Lang. Lang, Quaresma. Running the weave way outside the arc. Real fast unit out there for Carroll right now. I mean, truly, you should look at him. It's almost a 4-guard unit on the floor.
It really is. Not much height out there, and Tech's got to have some mismatches down on the block with the size of the guards that are guarding their perimeter people.
Quaresma, bounce pass comes in. Guzalosic, wraparound shot, no good. Good job by Reynolds inside defensively. And the Digs down the floor. Keeley Bake lobs it inside to Hayden Decons. Decons into the double team, puts it up with the left hand and gets it. Hayden Decons has 16 points on the day. Tech back out by 6. De La Cruz looking on the interior. Guzalosic throws the hip out there.
Yeah, you can call him for that.
Yep. And that one's tipped out, battling for it. Loose.
That's on the big guy.
Yep. He is going to be called with the foul here. 10-17 left to play here in the ball game. Montana Tech leads by 6. And that's his second personal foul. He'll check out. Derek Kramer will come in. Also back in is Isaiah Crane.
It's a big loss because of his effect with his weight down there on the block and all the stuff that takes place. That's a big loss for Carroll. Have him down.
Keely Bake will bring it across midcourt. 6-point lead for the Digs. Bounce pass. Cook to Reynolds. Reynolds to Decons. Feels like Reynolds has got a lot of playing time here tonight for Tech. Braden Cook fires the 3, and he will go to the line and shoot 3.
That kid is getting beat up today.
Yeah. De La Cruz came under and cut his feet out from under him. 9:59 left to play here in the ball game. Montana Tech up 50-44. And Braden Cook will go to the stripe. He's 78% from the free throw line on the year. He had 23 points against the Masters earlier this year. His first here is up and good. He has 11 today. His average just continues to climb. He's averaging about 13 points a game. Cook's second is up and good.
And not a guy you want to put to the line if you're the opponent.
No. He's just such a tremendous shooter from everywhere.
Yeah, and he stays composed.
Braden Cook, 3 of 3 from the foul line. Montana Tech leads by 9. Basically the midway point here of this second half. Into the offensive side comes Crane. Crane up top to Round. Round feeds it on the interior. And we're going to get a hold and a whistle, and OKK is going to get it.
A little late pass from the point guard, but that was a great post-up. He got Dykens behind him, and there's no way he was going to get around him. It's all about foot movement once you get him planted.
Fee picks up his 4th personal foul. That will bring him out. Peffer is back in.
Tech's got a little foul trouble here with Okiki, and you're sitting on the bench.
Carroll College inbounds as Kramer to De La Cruz. Out near midcourt, drifting right. Left hand attacking De La Cruz. His pull-up jumper no good. Decons gets another rebound. That's his 6th of the day. And Tech will go back the other way. Orediggers by 9 with 9:25 left to play in the ball game. Keely Bake, he's going to attack. Puts up the brakes, moves it around Decons. Decons one-on-one. Now a loose double team coming. Decons in traffic, sky hook. Got it. 18 points for Hayden Decons.
Yeah, he's been a tough matchup for Carroll all night long.
Decons, 18 points, 6 rebounds, and a pair of steals. Switch dribble by Lang. Montana Tech's done a nice job on Lang here in the second half. He's been quiet. In the block to Kramer. Kramer, boy, good move. Shot doesn't go. Reynolds will pick up the personal.
Well, you know, I used to say I want 3 post players. I want 15 fouls on the block. And right now they got their 2 best post players out.
And they're working hard on the third.
And they're working on the third one, yeah. I think they got one more over there.
Let's see, how many does Peffer have here? Peffer has 1.
Yeah, Peffer got in the doghouse for shot selection. Yep. I can already tell you that.
Everybody in the gym can tell you that.
Yeah, they can. That's why he's getting some time over there.
Kramer at the line for his second. Montana Tech leading by 10. They've been up by as much as 12 today. Carroll had a 7-point lead about 5 minutes into the ball game.
Yeah, Carroll did a good job of cutting it down to 6, and then they missed a leaner down here.
And we're going to get a timeout. Montana Tech with the lead, 55-46 over Carroll College. With a timeout, we'll take one. We're back here after this.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jessica Reisig, an orthopedic surgeon here in Butte, Montana with specialty training in foot and ankle. I chose orthopedic surgery because I get to actively help my patients enjoy their lives. The human body in general is just really amazing. The way everything works as a unit, the way the bones, tendons, muscles all work to function and just make people move is something that I've always found incredibly fascinating. And there's nothing more rewarding than seeing a patient get better because of the work we did together.
Back here once again to the campus of Montana Tech. The Digs up 55-46 over the Saints of Carroll College. And again, thank you for joining us as game day brought to us by Intermountain Health. After the timeout.
It is so fun to break down why coaches get upset with players, and it's so easy. Most people say, why is my son sitting so long? Well, his son just took 3 bad threes. Well, he's really good in on the cement down at the house. Yeah, I know, but he's not here with a hand in his face. It's amazing how far basketball's come with the offenses and the athleticism. This whole country, it's loaded.
Yeah, the change in athleticism is staggering. When you see these guys 6'7", 6'8", I mean, like a guy like Hayden Decons. 6'7", is an absolute gazelle, can jump through the top of the roof. Keely Bake lost the handle on it, gets it on the baseline, clears it to the corner. Braden Cook drains the 3.
Not a bad guy to clear it to.
That was drawn up that way.
Yeah.
12-point lead for the Digs. Carroll College going left. Pass up top here on the near side. It goes to Round. Round around a screen. In the corner it goes. Charisma. 3-point attempt, no good. Tipped out and grabbed by Cook. I'm not sure why our score on the screen shows 45, but Carroll has 46 points.
I think they just changed that. They must have made a mistake down there.
I was going to say, and they should match. I mean, that's the problem is that we take our readings off of there. I don't know. 12-point lead for the Digs.
Well, I got a lot of pull on this campus. You want me to get somebody fired?
Will you make something happen?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah, I can make something happen.
Thanks.
Yes.
Carroll College down by 12 in the offensive side. Isaiah Crane driving to the baseline, kicks it up top. Back in the block it goes. And we're going to get a foul on the interior. So that is a bonus here for Carroll, as they will be spending some quality time at the foul line here for the remainder of the game.
Looks like both teams are going to get some quality time at the foul line.
Tech's going to bring in both the bigs with foul trouble. Michael Ure and Afanye Okeke will both check in with 4 personals each. Reynolds will go out, as does Peffer.
Reynolds got the job done. He's really getting better every week.
Yeah.
What I like is how well he's challenging at the rim.
Front half of the bonus is up and good there for Derek Kramer. Kramer on the day has 7 points. He is yet to miss from the free throw line. He's 5 of 5. Leads Carroll in rebounds with 7 as well. And his free throw attempts bounces off the rim, no good. Montana Tech, Keely Bake. Bake, far left wing, gets around the defender for a moment, now checks back. Bake, 8 points on the day. To Cook, taken away. Crane gets the steal. Crane down the floor, pumps it up, gets it in. And Crane will put it down. He has 12 points on the day.
I'll tell you what, Crane is a nice player.
Yeah,
good player.
Very much so.
Not that there's any bad ones out here. There isn't, but he's exceptional.
Decons hands it off there to Keely Bake. Montana Tech by 9. Michael Ure around the arc. Pass down to Keely Bake. Bake stepping back, feeds it on the inside.
Somebody's got to move. There it is.
There you go. Hayden Decons with the cut, gets it in the foul.
There's the cut.
Hayden Decons finishes. He has 20 points on the day. He will shoot 1.
That is a beautiful pass. Put it right where it was supposed to be.
Hayden Decons fast approaching his season and career high. He has 20 points right now. He scored 24 against LC State in a tremendous battle here earlier in the season.
Well, let's give him the ball.
Do it. Hayden Decons, 20 points on 8 of 13 shooting. 6 rebounds, 2 steals for Decons. Free throw attempt, no good.
Got to make your free throws if you're going to break your best point game. All right, let's see what Carroll's got here. They got to get a bucket here bad.
Charisma goes into Kramer. Kramer on the wing, hands it off. Baseline take, wraparound pass in the corner to Harrison. Harrison, floater.
That was a great stutter dribble.
So Harrison gets the floater in traffic. Harrison's first basket of the afternoon. Montana Tech leads by 9. Keely Bake. Across the timeline, bounce pass to OKK. Left side now to Kulonjis. Kulonjis at the foul line. Spins to his left, feeds it to Yor. Yor is fouled.
They're really cutting well to the basket and getting open. Everybody's finding them.
Great pass that time. Michael Yor will go to the line. So Yor at the stripe here for Montana Tech. And Big Mike right now with 2 points on the day. First free throw attempt is money.
What's he shoot percentage-wise? Do you know?
From the free throw line?
Yeah.
68%.
That's it. I'd have bet money it was better than that.
I would have too, to be completely honest. Your second is good. He's certainly one of those guys that, if the game's on the line, I want him there.
Oh, absolutely.
Carroll College, near side, Isaiah Crane. Crane rolls it inside to Kramer. Kramer through the double team, ball knocked away. Montana Tech dives on it. And the Digs will get the turnover. Montana Tech in the back courts. Keely Bake across the timeline. 5:30 left to play here in the ball game. Montana Tech leads by 11. Game day brought to us by Intermountain Health. Keely Bake, left side. Into the double team. Ripped it out to Kulonjis. 3 balls going to go long. Tipped. Good job that time. Underneath, Michael Yor is fouled. Hayden Decon saves that from going out of bounds. And then Michael Yor just attacks the rim.
Hayden Decon is your perfect blue-collar guy. He just
100%.
He gets his hand on balls. He blocks shots. He makes a play like that.
He has to have more plays that are the unchartable stuff than any person I think I've ever called games ever.
Nobody pays attention to that.
It's amazing the amount of work he does away from the basketball.
Always moving, quick, athletic, agile. Got all the tools, except he's left-handed. That's his only problem.
Oh, wow.
Had to get that dig in.
Yeah, gotcha. Don't be jealous. As left-handers, we are superior. I mean, it's well known.
Okay.
Carroll College.
Thanks for giving me that statistic.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'll quote Wikipedia.
Oh, okay.
Carroll up top. Isaiah Crane, switch dribble. He's going to take the lane. Crane, off balance, still gets it up and in. Great take by Crane. He has 14 on the day. Montana Tech in the backcourt. Digs across the timeline. Pass goes left. Ash Kulonjis controlling. OKK now. Decons. Montana Tech playing catch around the perimeter. Out to Michael Yor. Yor drives into the paint underneath OKK. OKK trying to find some separation. Jump shot is up, no good. Decons with a rebound. Decon tracks it down. Back to the rack, no. OKK has it. That one's knocked away, and it will be Tech basketball. What a series for Hayden Decons.
He has had a monster game. I figure he'd be a tough matchup for Carroll.
He's just one of those players, like if you want to get a kid someone to watch and just the effort, just isolate on him. Watch our stream and just watch number 11 through a series. Around a screen, Montana Tech with the basketball, leading by 11. 4 minutes left to play here in this Frontier Conference matchup. Decons over to the corner. Keely Bake fires at the horn. It's going to go long. Shot clock violation. So a shot clock violation will go to the Saints. me see if I can get a score updates on the other men's games here. We haven't looked in a little while. It's a final. Rocky beat Northern 74-62. The Rocky men continue to play very good basketball.
They are playing good basketball.
And Providence leading Western 67-65 with under a minute left to play down to Dillon. Guzalocic to the baseline. He just hammers his way down there and gets the basket. That's his first field goal. He has 3 points on the day. Cook will move it across. Keely Bake. Bake into the offensive side. Tech leads by 9 with 3:30 left to play. Decons to Bake. Bake in the high post. Leaves it off. Cross-court pass, OKK. Wide open. 3 ball is money. Fee drains the 3. And a timeout on the court. Montana Tech leads by a dozen. 67-55. Montana Tech with the advantage over Carroll College. We're back here after this.
Even when you have to weather the storm, even when the unexpected happens, even when the local environment slows things down, we will get you what you need when you need it. We are committed to getting you back in the seat, back to work, back to what matters. At Torgerson's Equipment, we know what matters most: community, family, working every day to make your day more productive.
(67-55), Montana Tech with the lead over Carroll College. Frontier Conference action here on a Saturday. Paul Podisco, John Thatcher, game 2 of our doubleheader here on this Saturday afternoon. If you're getting your schedule for next week ready, remember, coming up a week from today, Montana Tech will be hosting the University of Providence. As the Argos in town, the women will play at 2, the men will follow at 4, and we'll have those for you here on Digger Vision.
That'll be a big game for the ladies for sure. Providence picked to win the whole thing. 0-3 now.
0-3.
Wow.
About that, they're currently number 5 in the country.
Well, when that happens, you start to question yourself, and they can't do that.
Montana Tech leading by a dozen here. 3:15 left to play in the contest. And Carroll College will bring her down the floor. Across the timeline, Crane. Crane feeds it up top, Guzalocic. Nice feed to Crane. Crane goes to the basket and gets it.
I'll tell you what, that's a great post pass. That was a difficult pass.
Montana Tech with it in the backcourt. And into the offensive side, OKK to Decons. Decons leading scorer on the floor with 20. They'll move it around to Michael Ewer. Now to Cook, back to OKK. 2:45 left to play in this contest. Tech by 10. They've been up by as much as 13. Keely Bake from the foul line, no good. Ewer tips it, Carroll gets it. Crane gonna push the pace. Crane takes it right to the rack. Good defense, OKK. Shot blocked, Decons. Swats that one away.
Coach wants it over the rim, but it was not. He took it off the glass while it was in the air.
Montana Tech back the other way. Jump shot from 12, no good. Knocked out of bounds, Carroll basketball. Aiden Decons has done it all today. He has 20 points, 8 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks, and 2 assists.
I don't know why Tech's in a hurry to get a shot off. They got to work the clock a little bit more.
Closing in on the 2-minute mark.
1-3, 1 zone. Oh, it's 1-2-2.
OKK blocks the pass. Charisma gets it back. Guzalocic down in the block. Shot is up and in. Here come the digs quickly the other way. OKK all the way down to the baseline. Moves it across to Decons, now to Keely Bake. 1:40 left to play here in this ball game. Montana Tech looking to hang one in the win column here, go to 2-1 2 weeks into this Frontier Conference season. Switch dribble, drive. Hayden Decons with the easy basket.
You got a monster game.
Decons with 22 points on 9 of 14 shooting. Carroll College, Guzalocic into the high post. Hands it off to Charisma. Wanted the pick and roll. Loose ball. Hayden Decons comes out with it. Down to Okeke with the tomahawk slam.
That should have did it right there.
Under a minute left to play. Down the floor, pass to the wing. Round with a 3-ball, and he gets it. And Carroll will call a timeout. Tech leading by a dozen, 71-59. With under a minute left to play here, Montana Tech looking to go to 2-1 in conference play and join their women at 2-1 in Frontier Conference play. This is, every year we come down to that final week, and you still, like you can throw, it's like 52-card pickup trying to guess who's going to win. And this year feels maybe even more so than normal.
I was going to say that. I think more so than normal is correct. Everybody's in the hunt.
71-62, Montana Tech with the lead. Again, our thanks to Intermountain for making game day possible here today. Intermountain Health. St. James here in the mining city. Great crew on hand as they were handing out swag, and been a great partner all year long with Orediggers Athletics.
Carroll's going to have to come out heavy here with man-to-man defense. Try to deny the inbounds. 52 seconds is a lot of time, and you're only down three trips. But you got to create something. You can't put them to the free throw line.
52 seconds remaining. Montana Tech is in Dillon on Thursday, and then they'll be home for the University of Providence on Saturday. Okay. I assume we're going to the we're going to the taco bus and going to the games, right?
I'd do that. Yeah, I like the taco bus in Dillon. Is it open during the winter?
Yeah.
Well, you'd know.
Are you saying because I'm fat I'd know? Because it's true. Keely Bake gets fouled coming across the timeline.
You know, nothing makes you more comfortable as a coach than having a great point guard that can break a press all by himself. Instead of throwing the ball to people like you and I and trying to break the press, just go.
So Keely will go to the stripe, shooting 2. Keely, his first is up and good. What are you putting Keely at free throw wise?
I'm thinking 85 to 90%.
He is 79%.
Well, I'm going to have to talk to him because he's better than that.
His second is on the way and good. So Keely goes 2 of 2 from the line, 10 points on the day for Keely. His scoring average continues to go up as the season has gone on as well. He's averaging a little over 10 a game. Carroll College, Round with a 3, and he gets another one. And I'll tell you, that's the one thing. When Carroll was here earlier in the year for that tournament, Round had, he went into that mode where, boy, the rim got huge for him, and everything he threw in the air fell through the bottom of the net.
Well, you know who their good three-point shooters are. He really wasn't pressured. There wasn't a hand in his face or anything. This game is never over till that buzzer sounds.
An 8-point lead, Montana Tech up 73-65. Again, thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. Paul Panisco, John Thatcher. We are back here next week as, again, the University of Providence will be in town. Our first time to see the Argos. Kind of excited to see what they bring. University of Providence, the women will play at 2. The men will follow at 4. And after that, after Western on Thursday and UP on Saturday, that concludes our first trip, our first orbit around the frontier.
Wow, that's quick, isn't it?
It is.
Amazing how fast this goes by. Greatest sport in America. If you don't believe me, just ask me.
Again, thanks for joining us here on Digger Vision. Carroll College leading by 8. Carroll led by Crane right now with 16 points. Lang has a dozen. On the other side, Hayden Decons with 22 points for the Orediggers. So as we come out of the huddle here, Carroll College spreads out. Michael York, Keely Bake, Ifeanyi Okeke, Braden Cook, and Hayden Decons check in for the Digs.
So your Cook and Keely Bake are going to shoot a free throw.
The inbound to Cook. Pass down the floor. Decons loose. Decons gets it. And it looks like Decons is going to be called with a push. So Decons will pick up the push call. So that will put Carroll at the line here. An 8-point lead. It feels like that's kind of where this game has hovered here throughout the. It feels like the game. Kind of 7 to 8 point lead.
It really has. Nobody's made a tremendous run.
No. Tech's led by as much as 13. Carroll led by 7 right out of the gate. Crane at the line, gets the front half of the bonus. Crane, their leading scorer, averages 17 a game, and that's right where he sits currently.
Crane,
Tech did a nice job shutting him down in the first half, but he has stepped up big here in the second.
He's a gamer.
Lead is 7. Crane's second is good. Lead is 6. Full court pressure. Keeley Bake looking to get it in. Cook to Bake. Trap coming. Keeley Bake into the offensive side to OKK. And a whistle out on the wing as Hayden Decons was going up for the easiest 2. So De La Cruz will get the foul. But again, Tech got the ball down the floor, but not a whole lot of clock went away. Ifeanyi Okeke will go to the stripe. Okeke, 11 points on the day. This is his first free throw of the contest. Back of the rim, no good. So
Carroll immediately knew who they wanted to foul on this possession. What's Kiki's?
KK just under 70. Let me look. I want to say 68, 69%. 69%. OKK missed the first. Second is on the way. It's short. Carroll College with a rebound. Trailing by 7. 23 seconds.
3 here. We got a whole new ball game.
Ball stripped away. OKK gets the steal, and he is fouled. Good strip steal that time by Ifeanyi Okeke. Boy, just reached in and knocked that one in the air, and then used that incredible wingspan of his to go get it.
Yeah, he's got about a little bit of quickness to go get it, too. He does. Quick for a big man.
6-point lead here. OKK will try and stretch that out a little bit. 18 seconds left to play. And the first iron's out, no good. OKK gets the ball for attempt number 2.
This Carroll team has battled today, and with their other people on the bench, is real tribute to how hard they played.
So OKK gets 1 of 2. It's a 7-point ball game. 18 seconds. Crane down the floor, left wing. He's going to stop and pop. It's on its way, no good. Rebound, Michael Ure hands it off to Keeley Bake. Bake down the floor to Decons. Decons back to Bake, and that's going to do it. So Montana Tech will get the clean sweep over the Saints here in Butte, Montana, as the men get the win 74-67 over Carroll College. JT, give me your final thoughts, brother.
I thought Tech played really strong in the first half. I thought they came out lax. Carroll had some runs, but just couldn't complete the journey. And I like this Carroll team. I love how hard they play. They just didn't have it at the right time. I thought Tech controlled the basketball game totally in the first half. And other than that little lapse they had coming out of the locker room, they picked it back up again. And player of the game is Decons. He had a tremendous game. Everything he did was good stuff.
Carroll College shot 42% from the floor, 31% from the three-point line. They finished the night with 30 total rebounds, 6 less than Montana Tech in this matchup. Let's see here. Those 30 rebounds translated into 2 second-chance points for Carroll College. Individually, Crane will finish with 18 points to lead Carroll. He was 7 of 15 from the floor. Lang will finish with a dozen. From there, you have Kramer with 7. Round and Charisma each with 8 points on the day. De La Cruz and Guzalochik each with 5. And Harrison gets 4 points for the Saints out of Carroll College. On the other side for Montana Tech, they shot 49% from the floor, 30% from that arc, and 64% from the free throw line here as a team. As we take a look here individually, Hayden Decons, as you mentioned, player of the game, 22 points for Hayden. He finished with 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks.
That's a big game.
Big game for Deacons, 22 points. So behind him, Braden Cook gets 16 points. The Digs finished with 4 guys in double digits. Braden Cook got 16. Ifeanyi Okeke gets 12. And Keely Bake into double digits with 10 points here on the night. Michael Yor with 6. Josh Kulonjis gets 4. Connor Mashad and Carson Peffer each get 2 points for Montana Tech as they will jump out to 2-1 in Frontier Conference play. And Carroll College, let's take a look here. Carroll College will go to, let's see here, 10-7 and 1-2 in Frontier Conference play. Montana Tech 11-5 and 2-1 in the Frontier play as things wrap up here tonight.
Well, both games were exciting, fun to watch. I think Carroll was a little undermanned today with the people that obviously were sitting on the bench over there. So when they go to Helena, it's going to be a different story.
That is the case. They'll have at least two more meetings before this season is over. 74-67, our final. Montana Tech takes down Carroll College here on Digger Vision. For John Thatcher, I'm Paul Padisco. Thanks for joining us on a Saturday afternoon. And until next Saturday, take care.